Hey guys, Matt here. So we got a bit to unpack today in regards to what happened yesterday after hours and today. Now, I want to start things off here with Nikola's earnings. And we saw the news articles over the course of Q2 about the increased deliveries and all that stuff and the new deals it's making. And all that's well and good as far as reading news articles. But what I wanted to see is how it translates to the bottom line, how it actually translates to the numbers. Because these earnings, a lot of what I read here is pretty good. They're increasing their cash position. They're cutting down on costs. They're slowly ramping up productions. And that's all well and good. However, as we found out today, they didn't really translate all that well into the actual numbers, the stuff that matters. So Nikola came in at 15.3 million, and that's with 33 trucks produced and 45 trucks shipped. And those all look good on an earnings report or on a news article, but on earnings, that's not really that great. I mean, if we take a look at this versus the estimates, we're talking 15.3 million versus 15.4 million, so a slight miss there. They did beat on EPS, but I mean, it's a growth company. It's not what we're looking for yet. If you take a look at Yahoo, I mean, it's the same thing. They missed there. If you take a look at Google, they did beat there. So I guess it depends on what sort of bias you want to go for. Now, as far as their guidance, they're expecting 18 million and 28 million for this quarter, which if you look at the estimates, that is not what analysts are looking for. If you took a look at the full year, 100 million and 130 million, which again is not what analysts were looking for. Not at all. I mean, these numbers aren't great. I mean, they're getting better, but Nikola ain't there. They're not there at all. To make matters worse, they also lost their CEO. Their then current CEO left due to a family health matter, which, fair enough. I mean, family does come first, and I do respect that. From a macro scale, this does mark I think right now they're on CEO number 4 since Nikola started, which is, not great, especially given the timing. Taking a look at some of their other numbers, starting with their income statement, their net loss was 140 million, which is better than last year. Don't get me wrong, they are improving in some manners. Now, as far as if you include the discontinued operations, like I think they sold their battery business, I think. They got rid of it. Yeah, it's far worse than this quarter last year. But just take a look at this. They're burning through 140 million. And if you take a look at their balance sheet, they got 226.6 million in cash. So yeah, they're in pretty dire straits, or they would be if Proposal 2 didn't pass. As you guys are probably aware, yesterday Proposal 2 passed to the surprise of almost no one. It passed, so that means that I think I read sometime later this year, Nikola's going to start issuing stock in order to raise cash because it really needs it, especially to pay off its debt. And I think Proposal 2 passing is ultimately a good thing for the company, especially right now, because the revenue ain't making it. It's going to have cash to survive somehow, and we're going to get into some good stuff in a second. But Nikola needs cash. Proposal 2 pass, and it's going to get it at the expense of the stock price when the stock gets issued. I mean, just take a look at the debt. 348.3 million in debt, way up from 6 months ago. So yeah, they've got to take care of this. The Proposal 2, it buys Nikola time. Now, here's the good part, and I said this, I think a few months ago, is that Nikola is in what I call a high-risk, high-reward situation. Analysts have Nikola coming to 512 million in revenue by the end of 2024. If Nikola can make this, if it can ramp up sales like way up from where it is, I know they announced they sold a bunch of hydrogen trucks. That ain't enough. It's got to go a lot higher, especially with their guidance for this year. If they can get up to this by 2024 in time, I think they have a shot at succeeding. Because as one commenter said, yeah, hydrogen is the future. I just don't know if Nikola are going to be the ones to bring it there. The good news about this price is that Nikola is a meme stock. If you didn't believe it before, you certainly believe it now. And what I mean by that is that Monday, this could be up 40%. This could go right back to where it was come Monday morning. So for the short term, the stock price will probably be fine, unless of course it's not. But the long term, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, it's pretty much a race against time for Nikola to get here before it runs out of cash again. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.